Alright y'all, just doing a simple front brake job on the old 99 Subaru Legacy. This is the rotors. This is from O'Reilly's, these parts, the number there. And then this is the number for the ceramic front. I also have, for like the second or third time, this headlight keeps blowing out. I think I have a possible connection issue. It's maybe too loose. So I'm gonna run a couple tests because the bulb doesn't look burnt out. So, but I did get a new bulb just in case. I got a new connector, which is just a Dorman product. And then also I've had a power steering leak that I believe to be just leaking from the pump. Basically you can see all that fluid right there. It doesn't leak that much. I have to top it off probably every 3 months, just a little bit. But it just pulls up, makes a mess. So I'm pretty sure it's the pump, one of the seals or something. Anyway, they do sell a kit for this, and this is the number here. Again, all these parts are from O'Reilly's. And then, excuse me guys, these will be separate videos probably, but I'm gonna kind of do a little maintenance on the Subaru. Eventually get the plow truck in here for a little bit of work, and I'm gonna help my dad do rear main seal and exhaust gasket, so that'll be a big project. But anyways guys, got this side apart. These do have different size rotors. These happen to be the bigger ones. I think it's either 260 or 276. These are the 276s, got the big boys on there. And then yeah, so I've had pretty bad rattling of the steering wheel and through the pedal. A lot of times when it's through the wheel, it's up front. When it's when you feel it in your seat, the rotors might be warped in the rear. I'm hoping it's all up front, but there's a possibility that I might have some warpage in the rear. The reason why that happens, I think, is the last times, I think he just did a pad slap or something for the guy I bought it from, and a lot of times that would lead to premature rotor and or pad. The pads actually look pretty decent, but I have a really bad warp. They can also get warped by over torquing, and that may have also been the case because I have had, let's see, what did I have done to it? I did have the winter tires put on. They did kind of over torque them, but anyways, it's probably just the rotors. They're pretty worn out looking too. They'll wear out, and as they thin out, they tend to warp. So anyways guys, we'll get this done. Enough squawking. This will probably just be a little snippet, and then once I start doing this stuff, I'll probably film it a little bit more deeper. So let's do it. All right guys, I'm halfway through this passenger side. I've got the bracket all cleaned up. The lubrication in the slides actually felt and looks pretty good. I will wipe it off and just put a fresh dab of this stuff on there, and I'm just using some brake lubricant. What I figured out is happening, or was happening, is the inboard pad was actually stuck. It was kind of wedged in the, see how tapered it is? It was kind of stuck in the bracket, so it was kind of doing one of these things. And I guess it would be like this, and just burning that side, and then it would just... So, that's some verification of what's going on. I've got this kind of wire brush cleaned up. Got that all cleaned up. I used my trusty caliper, daily bobber. Everything felt really good going in. And then I'm gonna brake clean my rotor, put it on there, get my my new hardware hooked up. What I like to do is put a dab of the brake lubricant here and here as well. And then I always tend to put a little lubricant here that bases the back of that outside pad, and then also here. Just some extra dampening. Didn't do much, but it keeps sometimes it from rattling. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna wipe these up. Everything's looking good. Zooming on through. Getting her done. Alright y'all, got this passenger side all buttoned up. You can see I've got a little bit of lubrication. Sorry, my low power thing just went on. Sorry, the glare in my phone is terrible. I can't really see what I'm looking at. Got the slides, or the pad pad, whatever you call them, housings lubricated. And I found out that this back side, it's probably an issue with the frame here. Maybe there's a little round spot or about an extra rust. I didn't see anything that jumped out, but the frame went in really tight, and then the pad was going on really tight, and that would have resulted to the same issue. So instead of taking the frame off and zipping that off, I just took the nose of each pad, this section here, and I tried to wire wheel it at first, but then I just did a really light grind on one side, and it slid in just right. So that was kind of the main issue. So we fixed, you know, what was kind of going on, and then we'll see how the driver's side does. I got to move my project over in this side. Maybe I'll do a time lapse, maybe not. Probably not, because I need to get inside, but if I wanted to do a good video, I'd do it, but I want to get this done. It's Sunday night, got a big week ahead, and just trying to get this thing back on the road. Let's get her done. All right, y'all, I got this driver's side done. I had the exact same issue, so it might be aftermarket pads. Tend to be a little bit too tight of a clearance, or something happened, but both inboard pads, one of the sides had to be shaved just a little bit. So aftermarket, what have you, but definitely the cause of this premature brake failure. Also, like I said, the guy had said, I think the pads were good, so he put brand new rotors on. I can't remember, but anyways, everything has to be working and fluidity, and from the caliper slides to the brake pads themselves being able to successfully move about on each, you know, axis, etc. Not axis, I don't know what you call it, but everything cleaned up, ready to go. And very important when you do brakes to be very light on the brake pedal first 50 to 100 miles. Some people say, you know, go 35 miles an hour, brake at 35% for 35 feet, you know, stuff like that, where you don't want to go out and just start ramming on the brakes. You want to be really light on the pedal, let the pad material and the rotor material sort of coalesce, and then you're going to get optimum brake life on both ends. And then as long as you're not too heavy on the braking down hills and heating everything up, everything should last quite a while, but invariably extreme driving conditions prevail. So all right, y'all, that's it for front brakes and the 99 Subaru Legacy. Over and out. All right, last part of the video, I just saw the inside of these, obviously the wheels. It's extremely important to wire wheel all this rust off. This will also add to future vibrations, issues, things like that. I've already done the driver's side, but I just want to show you guys, it's important to get a clean mating surface between the hub surface of the rotor and, of course, inside of the wheel. Same thing on the where the lug nuts, or where the lug nuts dive in. Obviously, it's usually pretty clear, but making sure that everything's good to go there, it's less important, obviously, less of an issue. But anyway, y'all, last but not least, over and out.